A horror classic is making a return, guys, and that being Candyman. This is a movie that's going to be coming out, and I'm going to give you guys all the things that we know so far about this movie at this point in time. So let's talk about it. So guys, in an article that was written by Will Richards of NME, Candyman is the horror classic returns for a new decade. Following the return of the Halloween franchise in 2018, the latest legendary horror series set to return for a new decade is Candyman. Helping the return of the franchise as a co-writer is one of horror's most exciting new faces, Get Out director Jordan Peele. Peele has co-written the film alongside Win Rosenfeld and director Nia DaCosta. Peele has called the film a spiritual sequel to the 1992 original, which looks set to bypass the events of the two Candyman sequels, Candyman Farewell to the Flesh and Candyman Day of the Dead. So, Candyman release date. When will it hit cinemas? The film comes out in both the USA and UK on September 25th, 2020. So here's the question, guys. Obviously, I'm very excited about this. I'm excited that they're making a return to Candyman. I think it's going to be interesting to say the least. I think it might actually be a pretty special horror movie. I would have loved it if Jordan Peele actually directed the film, but I'll be interested to see what Nia does without a doubt. But that being said, as far as the release date's concerned, take it with a pinch of salt because so many movies are getting pushed back because of the pandemic. I wouldn't be surprised if Candyman got pushed back at a later date. Now maybe they can stick with the date, but at the end of the day, guys, when you're talking about real stiff competition here, there's going to be competition or in that September slot. And so I'm just saying that maybe Candyman will find a release date later, early 2021 or maybe even later into 2021. So there is a Candyman trailer, guys. The blood-curdling first trailer for the new horror sequel arrived in late February. It introduces a grown-up version of Anthony McCoy, the baby from the original Candyman. And then who's directing it? Although Jordan Peele is producing, the filmmaker has hired Nia DaCosta to direct Candyman. In an interview with Empire, Peele defended his choice. "I was working on Us when this would have happened," Peele began, "but quite honestly, Nia is better to shoot this than I am. I'm way too obsessed with the original tales in my head. I probably wouldn't be any good, but Nia has a steady manner about her, which you don't see a lot in the horror space. She's refined, elegant, every shot is beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful movie. I'm so glad I didn't mess it up." Which is interesting that obviously Jordan, kind of vouching for Nia, which I'm excited to see her vision on it. I think I would have loved to see Jordan's take on it as well. We'll have to see when the movie comes out, like with the reviews and all of those things. Now, who is going to be in the Candyman as far as the cast is concerned? The cast for the forthcoming sequel will be headed up by Aquaman and Watchmen star Yahya Abdul-Mateen as a grown-up version of Anthony McCoy, the baby from the original Candyman. Abdul-Mateen was originally thought to be playing the Candyman himself, but director Nia DaCosta confirmed that he's not replacing Tony Todd in the role. "I can't say what's happening in the film because we want it to be a surprise, but he's not replacing Tony Todd," she told Collider. It's not clear yet whether this means that Todd will be making a return for the film, though he revealed that he's hoping he will appear in the film in some form or fashion. "Wouldn't that make sense?" he told EW in a recent interview, "but it's Hollywood, so I won't take it personally if for some reason it doesn't work out." And then, of course, joining Abdul-Mateen in the sequel is Mad Men director Teyonah Parris, reported to be in a supporting role alongside Coleman Domingo and Nathan Stewart Jarrett. Now, as far as the plot is concerned, guys, upon the film's announcement in 2018, Jordan Peele called the flick a spiritual sequel to the 1992 original. "The original was a landmark film for black representation in the horror genre," Peele said. "Alongside Night of the Living Dead, Candyman was a major inspiration for me as a filmmaker, and to have a bold new talent like Nia at the helm of this project is truly exciting. We are honored to bring the next chapter in the Candyman canon to life and eager to provide new audiences with an entry point to Clive Barker's legend." So, what I will say about this, guys, is number one about the cast. I'm not super familiar with any of these cast members, which I think makes this really exciting. And that's what's really great about horror movies, guys, is in the horror genre, you don't necessarily have to have, all of the big talent there for it to be a good movie. The horror genre, that's what makes it kind of so special, is that a lot of times people kind of get their start in the horror genre as far as from an acting perspective, and then they go on to make really great movies later on. As far as the sequel is concerned, guys, I just want there to be a lot of mystery. The film also looks set to tackle the issue of toxic fandom with Ian Cooper, the creative director of Jordan Peele's production company Monkey Paw, telling Deadline, "We talk a lot about fans and the idea of appeasing fans, and when you do that, and how do you do that, and when you do not do that, I think my issue with fandom is that it's really problematic. It's probably the most problematic thing facing the genre. It typically comes with a dogma that is abrasive and that is more resistant to change and permutation than you would think. I think what we're trying to do with Candyman is both to be mischievous in how we address the relationship to the first film, but also be very satisfying." And so I think, guys, that all in all, I just want them to surprise me. I want it to be, obviously, its own thing. I don't want it to necessarily just be, we want it to be a spiritual sequel, but we don't want it to be just kind of like a copy and paste of the original movie. And so I'm excited to see where they go with this. It'll be interesting how they kind of, start tackling like an issue like toxic fandom and stuff. We see that a lot in stuff like, Star Wars, Star Trek, and so on and so forth. The same can be said for, within other genres as well. And the horror, genre is certainly one of those as well. It'll be interesting, to say the least, what we see from this movie from a variety of different perspectives and kind of where they go with it. I can't wait to see it. Don't hold your breath, though, with that September release date, guys. It may be pushed back further because of the pandemic. Hopefully it's not. Fingers crossed that we get to watch it when it first comes out. But I'm excited about it. Nonetheless, I love horror movies, and this one I'm absolutely looking forward to. Let me know in the comment section below, though, what are you guys looking forward to most out of Candyman? And if so, what is it that you guys want to see moving into this movie? Do you guys want it to be similar to the original? Do you want it to be a little bit different? How do you guys see it? Let me know. And for more Candyman content and videos, stay here with Zero TV.